from Whisky with Love. I am so excited that you have decided to spend your Valentine's Day evening with us. It's not just me. I have my homies in the room with me. And we're just going to vibrate with love today. And I'm not talking about the love that you like with the rom-coms and the feel-good shit, right? It's going to hurt a little bit. It's going to hurt so good. And it's going to feel so good. And this show means so much to me because I have a complicated history with Valentine's Day. I used to think that I hated it, but then I realized that I was single and I just felt like I should hate love when I wasn't in a relationship. And it's just ironic that the work that I do now is really about how to cultivate love, how to become love, how to still experience intimacy and full living and loving without being in a relationship. You know, we have this thing in culture where we chase after that in lieu of loving ourselves, when we chase after the external things. And really what shifted in my personal journey has been learning to cultivate the love from inside. And I talk about love, believe it or not. I talk about love. I think I talk a lot about empowerment. I talk about self-love. And what I really aim to talk about is the barriers that keep us from love. So there's a lot of healing work I believe that we have to do before we can really root down into love, experiencing love and intimacy from other people. So I want to tell that leg of the story. And I brought in some friends to talk about the other legs of the story, because it's not just that. There is what intimacy feels like when you are in a relationship with somebody. There is what it feels like when you're alone. There's how you relate to other people. And there's so many parts of the story. And I brought together some of my favorite storytellers to help me tell the story. So we're going to snap it up, clap it up for Dwayne B. in the building, for Planet Abstract in the building. So I'm super excited about the show. This is all about curation and setting the right vibe. And just to challenge my fearful avoiding self, I've been doing my attachment style work. This is live streaming from literally my bedroom, okay? So this is an exercise for me to welcome in friendship, to welcome in good energy into my space, and to fellowship with people and trust what safety is. What it is to cultivate safety within yourself and to allow people in. So I'm very grateful for you all joining me in this space this evening. Without further ado, of course, it's from Whisky with Love, so I want to share some love with you guys. First and foremost, if that's cool with you, say cool.
Cool.
Thank you. And this, just to reiterate, this night is for everybody, whether you are single. This is not Single Awareness Day. It is Love Yourself Day. It is Self-Love Day. Let's not have all the negative monitors for this day. And then there's also, like, if you're in a relationship, if you're hanging out with your friends, I hope wherever you are joining this live stream, however you are joining it, that you are just enjoying life and learning what it is to cultivate love for yourself. So I will say I want to start out a little heavy. I'm very proud of this poem. I resurrected it out of the archives because it's so meaningful to me, because I think one of the hardest lessons I have learned in love has been, apparently, and this I learned after years of therapy, apparently you don't have to work for love. Apparently it's something that is a birthright. Apparently it's something that you inherently deserve just because you're here. And I still struggle with that. I struggle with approval cycles. And because of that, I struggle with knowing when to let go of the thing. And recently, my tough lesson has been teaching myself what it is to exist in times and seasons and be able to let go of things that don't serve me anymore, or just let go of things because I realize that the time has expired. So this poem is basically me processing a breakup, and it took me years to process because I didn't want to let it go, because it wasn't, nobody cheated or did anything bad. It just, the time was ending. So this is called, this is over, and the job might be over, the relationship, the way of thinking, whatever needs to be over. So, if you are no longer faithful, please let me go. because I'm lonely, and I'd rather be lonely alone without the expectation of physical touch that you are choosing to outsource, while I am too disconnected to realize that we have run our course and this should be over, as well as my willingness to tolerate your neglect, or to somehow believe that you were offering me your best. You were never alive. You were a soulless carcass, but you were heartbeats rest. You were stillness and calm before a storm that never came. You were rainbow, shooting star, cool summer rain, lucky penny, four-leaf clover, but this is over, and I don't want to live out my days while sober. I'm gonna need some kind of drug to help me dull this persistent ache. There is only so much that one can take, and if I can't die, I at least deserve the option of not having to be awake without you. I'm not sure how that life even goes. I have been you. You are everything and all that I know, but the more that I love you, the more you seem to push me away, and I weigh all of our bad times against the good, and I choose to stay knowing that we will never love each other the right way, and this should be over, but you are so wrapped up in familiarity, whereas I am madly in love with you completely in all that you have chosen me. I am insecure within your security, driven by my own jealousy and abandonment issues. The I love yous turned into I miss yous, and I got scared, and we both lost our grip on one another. I actually fear I may have nagged you into the arms of another, or maybe you just woke up one day and realized that I was not worth the maintenance. So you lost the will to fake it and checked out of our relationship in broad daylight. We tend to exist in twilight, you and I am not yet quite ready to go dark. Let's go back to the people. I know we are. Let's start over. Seriously, can we start this shit over? Because I taste the agony of missing you. And you haven't even left yet, and I'm not even sure that I want you to go. I just know I need my brain and my heart to reach some sort of consensus that there is no future in this, that baked cookies and blended families are a complicated fantasy that you are unwilling to show me. Your damaged love will never grow me, just as my obsessive love will never change you. So the smart decision is for us to be through. After we've gone around and around and the dark places have taken us under, we will never reach the level no man can put us under. And no matter how I wish it, I am never going to be your heart's rightful owner. You are never going to turn that shit over, and we are only getting older. This is over in peace. We love the snaps in the room. I just love that poem because it's just like that fighting for something and holding on to something. I talk a lot about that. My background is relationship trauma and how I showed up diminishing myself in spaces, compromising myself in order to be loved. And I think during my healing journey, which is the harm reduction journey, which is the unfuck yourself journey, I've learned that it bleeds in everywhere. So these systems, these cycles, they repeat in other places, in your workplace, in your family dynamics. So you have to conquer it everywhere. My God, isn't that exhausting? But it is worth it. On top of everything else, something where I talk about this stuff is my new album, Love and Spiritual Warfare. Shout out to C.Me who produced that. And I want to do a piece from that album called Shattered Pieces because, you know, roses are red, leaves are green, and codependency is a form of idolatry. Sit in the beat. Shout out to Black this must be what alive feels like, knowing that the both of us are truly dead, that we slow bled out a long time ago, but the truth is never real if you say it isn't so, and I will probably never leave you if you tell me not to go. I am unhappy, but it's my favorite dress and I tend to wear it so well. How it fits like a glove over the exaggerated swell of my hips. And that's just above the honeybee tattoo that you used to lick and kiss, but I haven't seen you, and your tongue is fast becoming a memory. Visions of our future slowly erasing and fading, trading themselves in for your loneliness and neglect. The irritable clench of your jaw as I pleaded and I wept for the us that I thought we could be. Watching your passion slowly turn to apathy. That shit, it was so beautiful. And it was sad, kind of just like you. It was sleepless nights and early mornings, the countless times that you never came through. And I watched you fall out of love with me. And I withdrew further into myself. Tell me, are you so much in love with yourself? You have none to spare for anyone else, or maybe just a little bit for me. See, I'm tired of waking up next to missed text messages that I wonder if you sent because you knew that I was asleep. Of leaving voicemails laced with desperation after the sound of the beep. I'm waiting for your time and your touch with a bated breath, and I am flatlining on this table. You are the surgeon. With each incision I fear you will call a time of death. And love doesn't live here, and it didn't give enough notice when it left, and I am being evicted in its wake. Will you let me stay? And will you give me more pain? I promise you that I can take it. I am a pro. I am an underdog, a masochistic superhero. And besides, I am a lot more unstable than you know. I have a thing for you, and I am obsessed with your shattered pieces. So you let me lie prostrate and let us exist in this silence as I worship at your feet. Letting go is a meditation, and once upon a time I breathed you. Letting go is a meditation, and once upon a time I breathed you. Letting go is a meditation, and once upon a time I breathed you. Letting go was my meditation, and once upon a time I breathed you. That's that piece, y'all. We love the snaps in the room. Shout out to JB and Travis for being here, part of our live studio audience. Get into it. I love those pieces where I can show just how unhinged I was and tell the story of what it is to move into healthy love. And I was going to do another piece off the album, but actually I think you should just check it out your damn self. It's called Milk and Honey, and it's on the album Love and Spiritual Warfare. You can find it on YouTube and wherever you stream your music. But I want to talk about something I love to talk about, which is unglamorized love. Whenever we talk about romantic love, whenever we think of it, we think of all the glossy Instagram pictures and showing off your boo and everything that looks perfect. But what you remember when you break up is like when that nigga farted under the covers and it was so stank and y'all laughed about it for days. You remember the time you all ate the chili and got food poisoning and were laid up together taking care of each other and all those other things. So I want to talk about regular ass love because I think it's important to remember to be present in those moments when it just feels mundane, and when you regulate your nervous system and you do your healing work. You're going to be bored in your relationship, and you should look forward to that boredom, because relationship is where we come together to restore, and that's not where your nervous system should be getting tripped up. So this is regular ass love. I didn't really practice this one, so we'll see where we get with it. But I love that. We got to work on our perfectionist issues by, being alone and perfect. Ketchup and cum stains on the couch, and sexy photos saved on the cloud. My sheets stay dirty. Is this living or is it loving? I don't think I care which it is. I just love when we let our bodies move like this. I want to lay up inside your soul and fall asleep there. Feel the breath of you rustling through my hair. I want to discover you, explore your lands and conquer your territories. If there is more of you waiting for me, I want to find it. Any mountain, I will climb it. Place my flag at its peak. Let me sleep inside of you. Is this living or is it loving? Maybe a divine combination of the two. Let's not take this for granted. There is heaven in your reciprocation. I cannot hide my elation. It is in direct correlation to the feel of you loving me, sopping me up like biscuit and brown gravy. Baby, don't you stop it just to taste. You invest in the whole set of plates. That's right, I am the cookware, I am the oven, I am the whole fucking kitchen, concocting the kind of creations that will have you full, yet greedily begging me for more, and I oblige out of adoration for you. Beautiful, this is loving. The fire that comes over my skin when we're touching, the smile that comes over me when you text. I am swept away just like the movies portray. But sometimes I hate you. How you never seem to have enough time to dwell in these spaces with your face buried inside of me as I flip through the channels lazily. You are not here enough, and you stress too much. And I hate how you can't just relax and let life be, but this is living, trying, breaking up and then crying, holding on for dear life while we fear the unknown, but this is loving. You gave me a foot massage during sex, and you held me when I wasn't in the mood, and you cooked me food, and I popped your zits, laughed hysterically as I tucked my smile inside your musty armpits. But this is loving, smoking marijuana cuddled up on your couch, sending money back and forth through Cash App and PayPal, because we are poor sometimes, and I am fine with it. But I know it bothers you, but we push through. And I love you, and no matter what we call it, I would not change a thing. I am living, laughing, breathing you in. This is loving, or is it living? I still can't quite tell which it is. I just love when we let our bodies move like this. I love that little poem. Listen, it always be the mundane parts, and I have to remind myself that, because I think as an artist, you always get caught up in the fanciest part of love, but then you remember that it's just like the everyday shit. Yeah, as I said, love and spiritual warfare is out everywhere, and I really just wanted, as a storyteller, to tell the full story of what it is to rise up out of low self-esteem and come into something higher, and that has been a painful journey. And it still is a painful journey. I think the thing that I hate as a storyteller is that you don't just reach the mountaintop of higher loving. You don't just win. You're not just, yay, everything is great. You still suffer a lot. And especially, it's so funny, we're all like loving the truth tellers right now. And I'm like, oh, y'all don't want this smoke. Being a truth teller is not fun all the time. Everyone's not on your side all the time. Most of the time, you are losing. This work is not for the faint of heart. Living your life out loud and showing people that process, being misunderstood and being comfortable in that, none of that is fun, but my God, you feel so deeply the dark parts, and when it's time to brighten up, you feel the light parts even more so. So I'm just always grateful for the lighter parts. I'm grateful for how I get to feel joy at a maximized level, but also pain at a maximized level. So it's just like part of the journey. But the one thing I do want to reiterate, and I think the major thing that I want to share about love after life kicked my ass last year, literally, I think what I learned is the importance not just of self-love, but the place of self-love in this whole journey. I think that it has become sort of a narcissistic mantra, like, I gotta worry about me and cutting niggas off and all this. And what it is, self-care and self-love is how you nurse yourself through the trenches, because you are going to be in the trenches, you are going to be in the wilderness, and that's really the test of God, to see how you're going to act in the wilderness, and are you ready for the promised land. And this poem I wrote years ago when I had a situation with a job, and I ended up leaving. I signed an NDA, I can't talk about it. But I ended up leaving, and I just used it to nurse myself through that moment. And I sit and cry a lot, and I do this piece just to help me get back out there and keep fighting. And I hate to say this, but no one's going to save you. And if you're in your sadness, you're feeling alone, if you're struggling on this day, remember that you can cultivate the love within yourself, and you just have to start saying it, and that's a part of it. I'm going to do the version with, shout out to CJ, lead singer of the Cortland Experiment, and my sometimes guitarist, who sent me the backing tracks for this with layered loops. And it's just, I recommend for anyone, write down everything that you hate about yourself, that you dislike about yourself, that you judge about yourself, and write down a plan for how you're going to change it, and write down a plan for how you're going to love it, because you're stuck in you. It's shit you can do, so you might as well figure out what it is to love you at every phase that you're in. And that's something I struggle with too as a perfectionist, is loving myself in my dark places, when I don't feel thin enough, when I don't feel nice enough, when I don't feel like I am doing enough or am enough. I remember simply by being here, I am enough. So, you know, who wants to check me? This is Self-Love Letter. You are going to waste away forever, waiting on them to love you, waiting on them to appreciate what it is that you have to offer. They are going to scoff at your transparency. They are going to laugh at your sensitivities. They are going to want what they want, and they do not want you. They want uncomplicated, not unhinged. They want sexy and coy, somebody worth it to chase your basket full of damage and disaster. Baby girl, they do not want you, but I do. Come out here to me, bring me all of your broken, all of your bitter. You don't have to whisper of your worth. I am sold. I am your highest bidder. I am invested in all of your flaws. I forgive all of your mistakes. I am the one thanking God that He made you this way. I have your poster on my wall. I am so much more than your biggest fan. I have lost my voice countless times, cheering you on from the stands. I wear your jersey. Your smile is tattooed on my chest. I vow to be the one to always love you the best. You are enough for me and perfectly complete. I love you a million times as wide as the gap between your crooked teeth, multiplied by the count of every single stretch mark, add up every stupid decision, every unnecessary broken heart, and the math would still not equal the amount of air that fills my lungs whenever I see you. Yes, I breathe you. You are life to me. I want to prop a mirror up and watch with eyes wide open as you sleep. And I want to move inside of your steps and fall in sync with you. I am madly in love with you, and I am finally ready to shout it to rooftops. You know that pain you've been surviving with, only I can make it stop. How I crave you, who you are when no one else is around. The same you, a little anxious when surrounded by crowds. The same you with faded eyes can't seem to put those brownies down. The same you engulfed in melancholy. The same you who drowns. The same you who contemplates razor blades sideways or down. They will never understand what it is to love you in the ways that I can. They will never know what it is to make love to you using only these bare hands. And baby girl, they do not want you. You are too broken. You are too blue. And baby girl, they do not want you. You are not thin enough. You are not the right hue. Baby girl, they do not want you. Baby girl, whiskey girl, they do not want you. But guess what I do? I want you and all of the blemishes on your skin, outside of those jeans that you can't quite get your hips to fit in. And I want you after days without a shower, no deodorant. I want you when you are exhausted and spent, beaten down by life, distracted by sex and drugs. You never have to fret or worry that you are unworthy of my love. When they reject you, they don't fuck with you. They ridicule everything that you are. Remember, you forever reside in my sky. You are the shiniest of all the stars. You are the sun plus the moon. You are all of the planets. I couldn't have made a better you. Even if I had planned it, you are more than everything. You are my enough, and there there is nothing that you could ever do to fuck this shit up, baby. I got you. So relax. Live your life abundantly. I am the only person in this world who has the power to truly set you free. And guess what? I love you. Unconditionally. Sincerely. A love letter from me. That's that piece. From Whiskey with Love, everyone. Shout out to CJ for that beautiful loop. We miss him today. Check out the album and everything. And if anything, remember on this love day that you can cultivate love within yourself. If you still feel that yearning, then seek a higher power. I think for me, I found out that yearning, this immense talent that I have for loving very deeply, I realized that I was made for worship. I was made to love God more deeply and seek God for the things I needed in my life instead of trying to idolize people. I was able to alchemize that energy, and it has changed my life. And that's just the message that I want to share with people. And I can't spread this message alone. I have a very small part of this work, and it has been a blessing to be able to meet so many other artists who have become love, who share this love, who share this message of love. Just when they walk into a room, it feels like, okay, I'm home here. This feels good. So it ain't just me up in the building today. I want to take a second to introduce the next person on the roster for this evening. You're in for a treat. Make sure you grab a treat from the kitchen, whatever you need to do. Cuddle up with your boo and get into this next person coming to the stage. I could give the fancy introduction, or I can just talk about how I love you so much. And it's difficult when you try to assimilate into a tribe. And even though we're artists, you would think that the assimilation would be easy. But it's tough, and I always feel left out wherever I am. But there are certain people who always feel like home to me. I hope you know that you are one of these people, and I think you cultivate that for a lot of people. And I want people to know that when you meet people who feel good to your soul, that's not an effortless thing. That's because they're doing the work, baby. That's because they are intentional and thinking about what it is to give love, what it is to be loved. And I appreciate that. And when you find those people, treat them well, because that's the bonus reciprocity points that you get. Okay, the blessings and favor that comes with when you take care of beautiful people always comes back to you a millionfold. So it is an honor that you are here, that you agreed to do the show. I love your writing. It always elevates me. It always has me in tears. So I'm going to go off camera, lose my lashes a little bit. And we're going to hear some realness from the legend, the absolutely amazing Dwayne B. Now for that.
Oh, hey there. Thank you to Whiskey Girl for having me. Y'all, wherever you are in the universe watching and witnessing this stream, show some love to Whiskey Girl. Throw some hearts in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that you feeling this showcase, because it is something very special, and I'm very honored to be invited into Whiskey's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of leopard print. You know what I'm saying? We got cat energy. We're feeling cat energy tonight. Okay, my studio audience, can I get a round? There we go. You know what I'm saying? Cat energy. Embrace it. Live it. I'm gonna do a set of a few different types of love, but I wanted to say this first. Love doesn't look like love looks. Love isn't like. It is. There is no comparison. I never know where to start. So I'm going to start with the heart. Heavily eating away at reality's teachings. Words reach the corridors, now they're constantly reaching those intimate spaces that are kept deep down inside from Cupid's hormonal genocide. That's why I burned down the bullseye and bricked up my weaknesses. Because of the manure I've endured, there's been many witnesses. I used to search for pen and pad for a dose to fix it quick, but now I realize all it does is help the sicknesses. See, my words were, killing me softly, but no more. I'm killing myself harshly, dealing with me or more. See, I never know where to start. So I'm going to start with the heart. Heavily eating away at reality's teachings, starting the poem over, but reality is breaching all of these things that have happened in my mind that keep me from coming true to my side. And now we find ourselves rebounding all throughout this love. I need to start all over again with my heart. Peace. Sometimes we think about love so much that we end up losing ourselves in the process of those thoughts. And it's not you don't allow yourself to be open to what you're really supposed to be receiving. It's like we have this idea of what love looks like versus the reality of love. And as Whisky said, sometimes it's the mundane, it's going through the grocery store and, it's throwing popcorn at each other at the movie. It's, helping them get up the stairs when they're on crutches. You know what I'm saying? It's not always romantic love. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's coworker. You know what I'm saying? It's care, right? Caring so deeply that you want people to succeed. That is a form of love. And so something for us to think about when we're thinking about self-love, also that all-encompassing love too. I think I'll share another poem, if that's cool with y'all. Cool, because you got me. This piece is for us who are, thinking about that first date. It's been a long time since I've had a first date, but these are the types of moments that you live for. Would you like to dance? Your hand fits perfectly in mine. Our slide step, magical. All you have to do is follow what you feel, if anything is helping. Because every day we pass up opportunity. Every night we write lines that shift each other's worlds. Guess that's all our fault. We shiver tectonic plates to hold up a platonic relationship. And we both know that's on shaky ground. And that's all our fault. See, I know worlds collided when our eclipse coincided, and I damn near imploded into your... See, we should be dancing with each other right now instead of running off to our friends, suppressing our emotions like magma pockets just below the skin's crust. Because when our volcano erupts, we'll both end up burned, and somebody might not make it out alive, be it the dance floor, your current partner, or my self-confidence. So can we dance? Your rhythm was steady, and my shuffle never lost its shape. Da, da, da. Add bass, change place. Feet meet with heartbeat, driven by your sweet, soft cheeks as we groove to imaginary patterns. I echo comments that echo throughout your caverns. Topic, combustion of our atoms. But this is yet to happen. I'm just trying to figure out what I got to do to maybe convince you that we can have the perfect romance. But you haven't answered if you like to dance. Peace. So there was a rumor that Whisky was going to shout random questions about love or something like that. And so I was just wondering, Whisky, was there a random question about love that you wanted to ask the peoples?
Yes.
Just shout it out, girl. Just shout it out. Don't be scared.
I want to know what was your toughest lesson you learned about love last year, or most recently, I should say. So repeat it back in case you didn't hear.
For sure. The question was, what's one of the most difficult lessons that I had to learn about love? And recently, but recent is subjective. Time is all subjective. I think one of the toughest lessons I had to learn about love is that letting go is a part of love. As much as we want to hold on, holding on is, we hold on for ourselves. And sometimes there's a lesson in the letting go that we need to learn. There's a lesson in the letting go that our partner needs to learn. And in letting go, we both get a chance to discover what love looks like in a different format. Um, yeah. And also, that can also apply for jobs. Because sometimes when you leave the job learns, oh, wait, this is what I've needed. And I didn't realize that. It can work business wise. It can work for a lot of different efforts within our lives. And so um, letting go is a part of love, and that's okay. Um, yeah. So speaking on that, uh, this piece is called "Love the Crush," and I have a theory and a belief that it is selfish of us to act on every crush that we felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, how bold of me to believe that because I feel something, that every other person that I've ever felt something for is obligated to feel something toward me. No, that's selfish. And so I wrote this piece here. Infatuation. That's the name of the game, true. Relationships lately have been giving me the blues. They're in hues that ain't too flattering. So now I am spending my time admiring shorties like you. Chilling hard in the open mic. Salt and pepper locks turn, salt and pepper afro. I love the way she talks. She speaks so beautifully. So know what I mean. Most peace energy I've seen on the scene. Possibly Latina Miss Rocket Fresh outfits. Blows a kiss, dancing salsa, merengue twist. Got a brother having fits on the dance floor. Probably a good idea not to pursue her, cause things go crazy in the thrust of lust. When the title's introduced, we go nuts for trust. And I know what happens when relationships get rushed, so I'm enjoying living in the crush. She's beautiful, smart, resourceful, the type of shorty any cat love to approach, dude. But I've seen what happens when in a rush, so I'm gonna just love the crush. Slow dancing in the spot, though she's scared at first. She shows her soul to me, sharing personal verse, pieces that the world would never ever hear. She lets these epics grace my ears. I fall in love by the syllable. Our tension turns sensual, a complex duo, though she may never know. Sings in Latin, comes to open mics weekly, but hides her talent so other guys won't geek she. My crush is trivial. She got the answers to my questions. She helps save the world every day in her profession, helps battered women get themselves free. But for a taste of her touch, I gladly face captivity. But I'm just silly me, knowing I never follow up, because I've seen things turn sour after just a little touch. And I know what happens when relationships get rushed, so I'm chilling, enjoying living in this crush. See, she's beautiful, smart, resourceful, type of shorty any cat loves to approach, dude. But I've seen what happens when in a rush, so I'm gonna just love the crush. I feel the rush when we're close, but in the back of my mind, in the back of my brain, I see this all going down like prostitutes on K. I will write down my number and fate, make a play date, and when it doesn't happen, blame it all on fate. And if I really pursue making serious moves, your interest will grow distant, leaving me confused. I guess Drew put it best: we all could be a piece of work, a reckless flirt who leaves girls' emotions berserk. It takes work. I'm trying to grow and learn to take it slow instead of rushing in. The things glow with the flow. Complications come with the removal of clothes. Instead, let's chill at the pad and have some root beer floats. I kid, our crush is a must, it is. I enjoy the rush and the chase of this, but I have to stop playing around and calling your bluff before I'm left lonely, holding just a crush.
Well,
Yeah, feelings and things of that nature. Um, let's dig a little deeper. So I write a lot about dancing because I'm a reformed dancer. Um, and I think that dancing with somebody can be one of the most intimate things that you can share with somebody when you first meet, right? Because in conversations we share like, conversational intimacy, but often we're scared to like indulge in that, right? And we often don't have safe spaces for physical intimacy, right? Folks don't, hug each other in like casual, safe ways. Often it leans towards sexual activity. But like a slow dance, like think about prom. Know what I'm saying? I didn't have a prom date. I just showed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking junior prom, right? Junior prom. I didn't have a prom date, and so I just showed up, and there was this girl there, and we we had kind of orbited each other the entire night, and I remember vividly. It was all the things you never won't do. I'll do them for you. That song was playing, and one of my boys edged me over this young lady, and it was Girl in Lavender, Lavender Girl, and her homegirls pushed her over to me, and then we started dancing, and we had been again orbiting all night, never danced with each other, never exchanged names. I think I saw her at graduation. You know what I'm saying? But like that moment still burns brightly in my mind because it was a safe moment for intimacy and like closeness. And so this poem here. Teach me to tango. Teach me to dance with fire beneath my soul, step thigh by thigh in elegant decadence. Teach me the emotion of sex on hardwood. This longing heart can't continue to lock down pop loves, can't be whole on broken beats, littering dance floors across the country with shards of me, breaking under the pressure of an abused music. Teach me to dance the forbidden dance. String along steps like I fear I string along you, in order, in confidence, in heated wanton passion. Teach me the tango. Let the glow of light bounce like tiny quasars off your skin as you teach me where to step, where to place hand on spine. Give you everything I own, every gift I can bring. If you would teach me to sing to the God in you through motion, to spin you with purpose, to twist my hips for your pleasure, to toss the fears of unrequited love to the side steps and put tantric touch in our walks. Teach me to make love fully dressed, churning calf muscles to the buttery smooth rhythms of bodies sliding together, velvet on velvet, slick as silk wet with sweat. Teach me to dance as sweet as you kiss, as easy as you breathe, as soft as your fingertips caressing hair, neck, back. Please, teach me your ways, my sweet mage, the guise of my wandering eye. Teach me to dance the tango, the only dance as forbidden as our love. Yes, this is not you. Woo! Yeah. Romance things. Shifting gears. It's Black History Month, y'all.
Hey!
And they're like, you can't have a love event and not talk about the blackness. You know what I'm saying? And so this piece was written in celebration of Shirley Ann Jackson, who is a physicist, like amazing scientist, and did a lot of work here in the Washington D.C. area. And so I wrote this piece. It's so new, it's off the phone, but I wanted to celebrate her, and this is a love letter to our blackness. In the beginning, there was black, a bane and stars sprinkled along that first. A black, full of potential, depth, and then everything else. Black so full it seemed empty, so vast it holds enough space to gather us all. Every action with its equal and opposite, every compound sticky and explosive, held by the arms of black. They say a void is black. Some call the blackness dangerous, must be discovered, conquered, claimed by flags and rockets' red glare. Some fear this that surrounds us all. Claim it unknown. How? When every study starts with the space to think. For every denial of time and space, a black, holding it all together, a big crunch of creation in motion, kinetic and live, a science to live. We black, y'all. 'cause I'm black and I'm black and I'm black. All right, switching back to some of that sensual energy that folks be wanting to share. Yeah, big cat energy. Poem. I followed your lead. You unsnapped the hooks, bra on floor, hand on door. No locks today. Someone is going to walk in and find us undone. Two balls of yarn, twisted and tangled, too coarse for the par course. We coast through East Coast, make haste to find play date. Bathrooms and lace help us save face. Underneath the moonlit sky, I floated in your riverbank. Played tag along lily pads and dove face first into your waters. I never learned to swim, but I know the rhythm of the stroke. We aqua boogie to nature's concerto. You sound best spinning on tables, reminding me I know the techniques to make you speak in moaning tones, ignoring phones or not. While you talk and I speak in tongues, you speak in polysyllabic stutter. Your barriers butter to hot blade shoulder rubs. We are a run-on sentence, never acknowledging that there should be an end, because we always know the point is that everything happens for a reason, and our reason for being is that very moment, this very moment, every moment. Under DC street lights and late night timelines, coded texts and tantric talks, it's so much more than fingertips sliding sweat below your equator. It's inspiration and goal setting. The secret smile underneath your joy. The reason I continue to write and feel like it means anything. The sturdy wax on floorboards, our slide, embrace, our isolation in a room of onlookers. The world is our house. I'll carry you across the threshold if you promise to help with the laundry. Which reminds me, I followed your lead. You unsnapped the hooks. Bra on floor, hand on door. No locks today. Someone is going to walk in and find us exactly the way we are.
Woo!
You want to ask a question, Whisky? You got another question for me?
I do.
Okay.
I can get my mic on. How do you cultivate intimacy in non-platonic and platonic relationships?
The question was, how do I cultivate intimacy in non-platonic and platonic relationships?
Personally.
Me personally, yeah. Not like I don't have a guide. There is no like universal, this is how you right now. For me, I find the intimacy in random moments. I notice little things like the first cherry blossom as it first like starts to pop, right? There's a blossoming tree right outside of my house. And so like I pay attention, like, oh, word, it's February, but y'all starting to get a little close. Like y'all starting to blossom, right? Or like that first snowflake as it bobs and weaves as it comes down. Like I notice little things like that. So I'm like hyper sensitive to like the potential of like any type of feeling. And so sometimes I just lean in, listen, you know what I'm saying? Listening gets us so much further in all of the things, like in all of the things. And when I am partnered up, speaking in theory now, whenever I am partnered up, it all will start with just really deeply listening, listening to body language, listening to verbal language, and just caring about how the day went, about how a person feels. And I think that works in my my platonic relationships too. Like I think of my dear friend B Dub, right? B Dub will send me like memes all the time, right? That's my man's. B Dub will send me memes like all day long, and then when I see him, it's a big hug, like a big like as if I haven't seen you in 20 years. there's a hug happening, right? And it's because as masculine people, we don't often feel safe to like embrace in that way. And often the masculine embrace is accompanied with the idea of sexual conquest. And that's not fair to our partners and to anybody that we engage with. And then for us to uphold that, it is unfair to ourselves. And so part of that is undoing that work, doing the work to undo that. So yeah, word to consensual platonic hugs. Know what I'm saying? And yeah, dance with a stranger if it feels safe. I'm gonna share another poem. This goes back to the mundane parts of love. It's called Fresh Produce. 2 a.m. finds us fondling fresh produce. Hey, babe, how do you tell a good onion? I don't know, darling, but do you know how to tell a good pineapple? I offer my usually pensive look for moments when I am confused. How does one go about knowing the quality of a pineapple? Such a large, cumbersome, abrasive fruit. Pineapple. But so sweet. I return. You want it to be well colored, dark. Smell the outside. It'll be sweet. How's this one? I can't tell. I haven't smelled many pineapples lately. I look at their selection of small, noticeably unscented pineapples. The whole lot must be bad. Well, what about mangoes? Her ears perk. Anyone with eyes can see her excitement. Well, love, you want them smooth, but a little firm. She traces her hand along my side as she grazes me with her cart. You should be able to use only a fingertip. Feel how supple the flesh is beneath the skin.
Oh,
She shoots a glance as if to suggest this life lesson wasn't being received. Darling, might you be suggesting that you're merely as sweet as a mango, only as supple as fresh fruit? I've tasted the fruit of thine vine, and your juice is no less than divine. You are all sustenance and flavor, no filler or flash dance packaging. Fingertips know the placement of your navel, the patches to peel and reveal nectar. I've kissed paradise and savored its rain. In other words, I know my way around a fine fruit. I only asked about onions because they're so unlike you. Not in that they have layers, but they tend to make my eyes water, and not in that passionate, loving way. I know we will not always be fruit, salad, and yogurt dip. One day, there'll be a vegetable platter place where our caramel sauce once sweetly sat. I want to have my palate prepared for such savory times. Y'all know I looked up to see she done moved on to the cakes and the pie. Oh. Based on a true story, we was in Walmart at like 2 in the morning. Walking around with fruit, you know what I'm saying? Is it okay if I do another jump? Like, how am I doing on time? I don't know if I'm doing on time. So maybe one or two. I don't know. We just looking at the universe right now. Got you.
more. And I have another question for you since you're so vocal.
We've got one more poem, and then we'll get into one last question. So let me grab the book. So this piece is about sometimes you fall into a random moment and you just realize, wow, this is going to be a special moment that I'm going to hold on to forever. And at the end of the moment, you just, like, especially poets, we're just trying to write it all down so that we can remember it. Sometimes we're intoxicated. We're just trying to figure it out. And that's this poem here. It's called I'm on my way to work. You enter your household. I walk away smiling, thinking of how beautiful we are. A hug that holds time hostage. Kiss that kills all concepts of space. We giggle nervously, wishing this moment would never end. Hands held the entire route. You're soft, I am rough. We are this moment. A rat scurries behind the trash can. The sky's tone is changing and the early birds are enjoying their feast. Enjoying my feast, I am lost in you. I am Adam caressing the rib I lost in you. We are children learning each other, questioning if these actions could lead to cardiac arrest. Jimbei jumping from your chest, fingertips glide over your heart, hand slides over my hand. Possibly, maybe, possibly this could be what we wanted. Wood chips are jealous of the still formation holding us, getting to experience this perfection. You listen as I rip off scabs. We discuss the beauty in our wounds. I'm shy as we discuss childhood. Lock pot. There's a playground. It gets cloudy. Pop lock. Gin and tonic. Vodka lemonade. Slight rain. Severe enlightening. A long walk with friends. A slow dance. Intimate poetry set. Glance across the room. You walk in the door. I arrive from work. You walk in the door. Glance across the room. An intimate poetry set. A slow dance. A long walk with friends. Slight rain. Severe enlightening. Vodka lemonade. Gin and tonic. Pop lock. It gets cloudy. There's a playground. Lock popped. I'm shy as we discuss childhood. You listen as I rip off scabs. We discuss the beauty in our wounds. Wood chips are jealous of the steel formation holding us, getting to experience this perfection. Possibly this could be what we wanted. Possibly. Maybe. Hand slides over my hand. Fingertip glides over your heart. Jimbei jumping from your chest, questioning if these actions could lead to cardiac arrest. We are children learning each other. I am Adam, caressing the rib I lost in you. I'm lost in you, enjoying my feast. The sky's tone is changing, and the early birds are enjoying their feast. A rat scurries behind the trash can. We are this moment. You are soft. I am rough. Hands held the entire route. We giggle nervously, wishing this moment would never end. Kiss that kills all concepts of space. A hug that holds time hostage. I walk away smiling, thinking of how beautiful we are. You enter your household. I'm on my way to work.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Whisky.
Thank you. This is perfect vibe. I do have one final question for
Transition.
As we transition.
As you get your wet now. What advice do you have for single people who are struggling with loneliness at this time?
For my single folk who are struggling with loneliness at this time, one, it's okay. Everything in the media is trying to make you feel like you should be booed up with somebody right now. You are on the course you're supposed to be on. You know what I'm saying? There's no time limit to love. There is no requirement for this to happen in this particular way. We get to decide all of that. What I am doing right now is really taking the time to process all of my stuff. And then also trying to get I'm putting the energy that I would have put toward like planning big dates and things like that toward planning a book release and working toward getting some of the art stuff done. And when you'll see, when you are producing the happiness and reflecting the happiness that you genuinely feel, you will actually see other people gravitate to that. And you'll see other people that are also living in that happiness gravitate to that as well. And so, don't feel pressured. You all right? You good? You got this? You know what I'm saying? We got this. Because it ain't just you. And we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. Thank you for your time. Also, if you would like to read the poems that I share, crochetkingpin.com, I'm actually relaunching the website right now. It just went live. So definitely check it out. Thank you. Peace. Thank you, Whiskey Girl, for having me.
Meow.
Peace and blessings. We are so appreciative that you blessed us with your wonderful words. Words are so important. They have the power of life and death. So you just breathe so much life into the room. Shout out again to Dwayne B, aka the Crochet Kingpin. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. Their link is in the bio for their book with
Rebecca Bishop Hall.
Rebecca Bishop Hall. We love a mouthful of a name. That's how you know folks is important. So make sure you hit that link and support an artist today. Without further ado, we are getting into our featured artist for the evening. So if you're home, perk up in your seats or actually recline a little bit and get into it. I am so excited to welcome this next artist to the stage. I've been a fangirl forever. And I just feel, I hate that I can't do the kind of introductions that's like reading off all the accolades because there's like a bunch of them and shit, right? But for me, I just like to talk about how you personally touch me and just seeing your journey, watching, and this is only what you're sharing on social media. What I have noticed in communication for the show, I was like, she's living her best life. It's like she ain't seen a message. No, that's how you live. I hate how much I have to be on social media because it's like an addiction, but you're out living and doing the thing. You're a fresh new mom. And when I ran into you, I think while you were pregnant, and just the glow you had, and I feel like certain people are called into motherhood, and I think that's special, especially in this day and age where sometimes it's just like, oh, whoops, look at me. But then there's an ordination for it, and I think especially for the next generation, they need a lot from us, and I feel that in you. Your journey is beautiful. I feel the alignment. It's just like while everyone's into the technology and the clouds and what things appear, there's like a beautiful movement of people who just want to put their feet down on some earth and love on some folks and live life very simply. And I think it's possible to do it under all these freaking systems. There is a love system that we are also under. There's a love frequency that we all vibrate on. And I'm still with it. I feel it. And I'm just amazed that you're here doing the show and y'all about to know if you don't know. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage, to the live stream, Planet Abstract, everybody.
Don't make me cry.
Oh. Are we live? Ooh, y'all. So I'm gonna show my personality real quick. I'm just gonna start because I'm awkward. Okay, cool. Hey, yo, see? I'm going to show you what transparency. Okay, now I gotta talk. Hi. My name is Planet Abstract, and I think God placed me on earth to show vulnerability and transparency through creativity.
Oh Lord.
And so he just, that right there, you finna see the truth. And I'm gonna have a smile on my face the whole time. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See.
Won't you bring me close this time? Help me let go of what's not mine. God, won't you keep me close this time? God, you know you are so divine. God, won't you keep me close this time? Help me let go of what's not mine. God, won't you keep me close this time? God, you know you are so divine. God, won't you keep me close this time? Help me let go of what's not mine. God, won't you keep me close this time? God, you know you are so divine. God, won't you keep me close
people call me Queen. I'm also doing Shazay, or some people call me that girl with the rainbow bucket hat with the pink hair. Whatever you want to do in that category, you can call me that on tonight. And I just want to welcome y'all to my planet. This is Love Day, so this is Planet Love. God's love, self-love, the frustrating parts of human existence, love, all the things. And yeah, I just wanted to share my things, and we're gonna keep going. Awkward stuff. Actually, yeah. So something that I also enjoy doing is being doing improv. So for my first time, I want somebody in the room to say a word.
Peace.
Dang, that was fast. All right. Well, the word is peace, and I want to see if I could just create a little loopy loop or something about peace in 30 seconds. Okay. Oh, peace. Okay. Is there a certain reason why you said that word?
You know, I feel like love is being at peace.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what happened? I was on beat. The disrespect. That's ghetto. That's so ghetto. It was like but this goes in two, right? So also let me welcome y'all to this is Whisky's room. This is now my room. So we just gonna have conversations while we singing because that's how we heal, okay? This goes into the perfection. We're breaking down what perfection looks like, even in performing. We finna talk, we finna make mistakes, okay? And I still love myself, and God loves you, and God loves me, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go.
Sometimes I need some peace of mind. Sometimes I need a peace of mind. Sometimes I need a peace of mind. My mind, my heart, my life. Sometimes I get in the way of my own peace of mind. Oh, I wanted your peace, but I needed my peace of mind. Can you give me a peace of mind? No, no. Can you give me a peace of mind? No, no. Can you give me a peace of mind? No, no. Not this time. See, my eyes don't got this time. My eyes good this time. Oh, high, oh, high, oh, high. Life's so good this time. Life's so good this time. Go high, oh, high, so high, oh, high. Life's so good this time.
All right, well there you go. I just made that song with all this mic. All right, and we're going to stop. Yes. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna go into this song. This is one of the first songs I made for other human beings, like 7, 8 years ago. And I remember making it during a time where it was war, go figure. And I just wanted to be close. Like, I didn't want nothing from nobody, but I just wanted to be close. And so now that I'm in this current space in my journey, where I'm at in life, right, I realized that this is a love song. And it's love, like it could be like to your boo, or it could be God talking to you. So however you interpret that, plus a little mashy mash, I hope it resonates with whatever it is.
In the garden, won't you stay with me? Garden, won't you stay? Won't you stay in the garden? Won't you stay with me? Garden, won't you stay? Won't you stay? Today I saw someone eyes open wide. Tonight I'll see someone cry. Tonight, what's going on? They say I'm afraid. Oh, just hold me close and don't let me go. Won't you just stay with me? You know that I got ya and you got me. Won't you just stay with me? You know that I got ya and you got me. Won't you just stay with me? You know that I got ya and you got me. Won't you just stay with me? You know that I got ya. The sweetest thing I've ever known was like a kiss on the collarbone. The soft caress of happiness. Oh yeah, yeah. The way you walk, the style you dress. Oh, I wish I didn't get so weak. Oh, darling, just to hear you speak, yeah, yeah, makes me argue just to see, yeah, yeah, how much you're in love with me. It was the sweetest thing I've ever known. It was the sweetest thing I've ever known. It was the the sweetest thing I've ever known. Yeah. Oh, it was the sweetest thing I've ever known. Yeah, all that. Yeah. Yeah.
So I had like a whole bunch of songs, but then I was like, so y'all, this is my first time doing this like long set. I've only performed like one song by myself ever, like just by myself. So this was a stretch. And when I took this, I was like, I'm being obedient to God. You know what I mean? You hear me? So thank y'all for creating a safe space for me to like grow into my artistry. You know what I mean? So boom, this is my last song in Loopland, and yeah. JK guys. When they try to figure stuff out, they're like, just rock with me. Woo! Crack myself up.
Let's go.
Come on. Dang it. Come on. We mean business. Don't give up. When you make mistakes, yo, keep it going.
Real, super
Dang it.
real.
Alright, let me sing. This song is called Native Winter. I've been going through a really hard season. Hold on, let me take myself down. I've been going through the hardest season I've ever had in my life, y'all. A lot of people don't know my business, but like, it ain't what you think it is. But I am being obedient to God and just going through this beautiful solo journey and motherhood and rededicating my life to Christ and just being a whole grown woman, even though I got a kid spirit. And come on. And I wrote this song because I'm like, yo, this season is seasoning. Like, and I thought about how Native Americans, like, in the winter, they really had to endure so much. And they pushed through and they persevered. And it's like, so can I, you know? Okay, let's sing now. Here we go.
Break of dawn and sunset, tell me am I coming or going? Days of the nights they flowing, die, laugh or cry. Break of dawn and sunset, tell me am I coming or going? Days of the nights they flowing, die, laugh or cry. Feeling like it's winter time. It's so cold, been through many ups and downs. And God knows, but you just can't give up now. 'Cause I know you know better days on the way. Seasons change, keep on praying. God, you know He will provide. 'Cause you're still here, it's okay to be afraid. Release your fears, and I know you see some things. cry. Break it down the sunset. Tell me am I coming and going? Days of the nights they flow, and I laugh or cry. And I laugh or cry. Yeah, no.
Okay, y'all. So, wait. Y'all, I didn't do a rap. I was supposed to rap the. Dang, now I have to do it now.
Oh.
I've been practicing a rap. I was coming like, y'all didn't even know I could rap. And you,
We gonna pretend like we ain't now.
Oh.
We gonna have some vibes. We gonna have some vibes.
damn. I did all that practicing. That's crazy. Okay. Wow. Like, I had a whole thing wrong for me. Like, is it okay for me to. God was like. Yo, it's funny how love changes situations. You start to learn the definition of real patience, and the things for granted that you see you taking, and that heart you thought was full was really vacant. Solitude's the answer and the key to most things. It's just you and the higher power God is talking. Life cycles like forward loading a wash machine. I press the pause button just so I can add some things. Woo! Woo! All right, I'm gonna sing it down here. Everybody calm down, just removing my fear. They sat me down and told me to stop being futuristic, as if I wasn't battling the passive of rejection. Be careful who you point your finger to in the room. While you was looking at them, it was you versus you. Very truly, I tell you, I come a long way. And it's only because of God's mercy and grace. They told me that heaven was only a mile away. And I've been lacing up my shoes every day. They say that all good things come from above. Well, I live out the command and I'm beloved, beloved. I need a little horn. Thank y'all so much for coming to my planet. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, God loves you. God loves you. God loves you. God loves you. God loves me. And blah, blah, blah. Done.
One more time. If you're at home, you can still get into the vibe. Clap it up for Planet Abstract. Keep it going. Keep the vibes going for Dwayne B. I'm just so incredibly grateful for the show. I would be remiss if I did not. I think I used that right. Listen, I'm supposed to know words. I have to say shout out to Jaw Logic for producing the show. Shout out to iRent Network. It is beautiful to be a part of your tribe and your family. You can access iRent Network on your Roku device, so make sure you get one and download iRent Network to your Roku device to support all iRent Network programming. It is an empire that is building and you want to be a part of it, so support some black shit. This has been a beautiful, amazing show. It has been an exercise in transparency and vulnerability. I feel the alignment. I have a lot of feelings about the show, and I hope you do too, and have received the overall message of we are in a season of truth telling, and I think the number one thing to realize when it comes to accountability, to love, to all these things, it's not a calling out of other people, it's a calling in and rehoming to yourself and to God. So I love everything about this show. I love everything about what was done tonight. I'm so thankful, and I hope you feel that gratitude wherever you are. And the beauty of us being able to do these YouTube shows is so that we can reach more people, spread more love, more, greater, higher, loving. That's it for From Whisky with Love. Thank you all, and to all, a good night.